wanted to make a video about my experience with um, COVID, endometriosis, and fibromyalgia. I have pre-existing endometriosis that's been confirmed with a C-section. I also have been diagnosed with my fibromyalgia this year in May of 2023, although I started experiencing symptoms in January of 2020. And yesterday I tested positive for COVID, hence my T. So I have not had COVID before. Just as a disclaimer, this is not intended as medical advice. Any questions or changes to your healthcare should be discussed with your medical provider. I'm just sharing my personal experience. But I thought it'd be interesting to share a vlog about the impact of COVID on endometriosis symptoms and fibromyalgia symptoms, since I haven't seen a lot of that out there. So I tested positive for COVID yesterday on my birthday, which isn't the best. My husband tested positive the day before. Luckily, we went and had fun during the weekends. Kind of the bummer. So this is also about parenting with chronic illness. Now with COVID mixed in. During the weekend, my son stayed at home with his grandparents, and so my husband and I were not with him when my husband started to feel sick. So it's good that my son wasn't exposed, we're hoping, to COVID. And so when we got home on Monday, we saw him for about 30 minutes. My husband was putting away the luggage and stuff like that, so he wasn't really around my son much. And my husband took a test and it was positive. So we immediately called my mother-in-law to come get my son, and she was able to take him to her house. So that was Monday. Today's Wednesday. So he's going to have to be at his grandparents' house, which I feel not great about as a mom, being away from him for so long. But I try to remind myself that personally we have the option, and I don't want my son to get sick, especially around Christmas. So that's what we're doing. And I've been doing video calls with my son every day, twice a day. My husband not feeling good, so he didn't do it yesterday. But I wanted to kind of blog about how I'm feeling for my symptoms. So yesterday I started to feel a bit bad. However, this is where it's confusing with fibromyalgia, because a lot of the symptoms for day one of COVID for me felt the same as a typical day with fibromyalgia. So feeling like achy, muscle pain, joint pain, and just a slight sore throat, slight headache. But I honestly can feel kind of lousy like that on a normal day with fibromyalgia. And a lot of times I say to my husband that, oh, I feel like I'm coming down with a cold, and it's just a fibromyalgia symptom. So in some ways, I feel maybe I'm better able to cope with COVID, hopefully, than the average person, just because I don't feel great most days. So that's one thing. And then for endometriosis, my period is expected to start in Uh, Approximately, it's like 5 or 6 days. It's on Christmas on the 25th. So, and I usually feel very tired from my endometriosis. Like the day or two before my period, I'll feel like I have the flu. Um, it's like this heavy cloud of exhaustion, and sometimes I get like a very bad headache. And the only thing that makes it better is to sleep. So pain medicine doesn't make it better. Just going to sleep makes it better. So I'm not sure with the COVID how long it's going to feel bad for me and how that'll impact the endometriosis. But I guess we'll see. So I will hopefully update you guys later. Other symptoms I've been having, let's see. Um, yeah, so yesterday, day one, I had just felt muscle pain, joint pain, tired, not too tired, just a very slight sore throat and a slight headache. And normally I would have kind of brushed that off, but since my husband tested positive for COVID, I was aware that to be on the lookout. And then last night, I woke up throughout the night. I slept from about 10 o'clock to 3:30, and I woke up every hour due to pain. I did take one SMF and about 7, and then at 3:30 I took 2 more SMF, and in that 3:30 it helps a bit with the pain. I'm still having a lot of like stiff neck, upper back pain. It did help with kind of the muscle joint pain, and I got the joint pain kind of like in my hips and other areas that I don't normally get with fibromyalgia. And then what was it? I managed to go back to sleep on the couch at 5:30 till 8:30, and I took another ibuprofen at 8. So just feeling still stuffy nose, very slight, and then sore throat. So I'll give you an update on how things proceed. Bye, you guys.